Hi guys, welcome to my channel and Happy New Year obviously. Just wanted to do a video about like eating disorder recovery wins, challenges of 2020, because I've been someone who's been really quick to write off 2020, saying what a crappy year it was, didn't do anything, waste of time, really stressful, really anxious all of the time, absolute load of rubbish. And then thinking about it a bit more, I was trying to bring out some positives on it, trying to think of some positives, and I thought actually, there are some positive things, and eating disorder recovery things that I've done, which maybe you might also be able to find that you've done things that don't even have to be eating disorder related. It can be anything. So for me, the first one I think is I went on holiday in February with my friend to Barcelona. Being able to go on holiday with a friend has been one of the biggest things I've wanted to do in recovery, and I did it. I had the best time. It was just so lovely, and it was really good to just feel like I was achieving something that I'd always wanted to do, and that I was actually able to enjoy it. Because it's one thing, being able to go on holiday, it's another thing actually being able to enjoy and just relax. And I found, I was able to, eat all the food, just eat whatever, everything, there was no calorie counting. It was just, we were eating I ate crystal bread, which was like bread with tomato stuff on. It was incredible. We were having, as starters, as lunch, it was just the best holiday. So that was a real recovery win for me. And it was also about kind of just like eating when you wanted to and just doing things. There was no anorexia rigidity for that holiday. It was just so totally relaxed, and it was so fantastic. So the second one, also a very big one, maybe actually on a par with the holiday, probably maybe even a better win than the holiday, is the fact that I raced again in the summer. So if you've seen my anorexia story video, which I put up a month or so ago, you'll see that I used to be an athlete, then I became very unwell, and over the past few years I started running again. But it wasn't until this summer, so the summer of COVID, so the summer of COVID 2020, that I actually raced. And it was just incredible to race again, to feel that my body was in that position where it was strong enough and well enough and healthy enough to race. So that was incredible also from the year. Thirdly, only a little thing, but me and my mum went away for a few days when lockdown eased, which it was in the summer sometime. And when we were away, we went to a cafe and had breakfast. And whilst I've eaten out a lot with friends, I've never done it with my mum. So I had breakfast with her, and although it seems really small when you think, well, because you eat out with friends, you're fine eating out, but actually doing it with my mum is a challenge. So that was another good recovery win. I had breakfast out with my mum. And also, I think just the fact that the year was so challenging for everybody, like it was, really, really difficult year. And I think the fact that we've come through it is a win in itself. It shows real strength from all of us. I mean, I'm not going to lie, my eating disorder head did get triggered. I've found, thoughts did get a lot worse. Behaviours crept back in. Anxiety really difficult, depression really hard. It has been a hard year, but we've continued to fight. And although for me the eating disorder thoughts did creep back in, I haven't relapsed. I've continued to fight against it. I've continued to try and push myself, and I think that is a real win. And I think for all of us, the fact that we've got through the year is a massive achievement. And also another one, they're just popping into my head a bit randomly now, but okay, so in September, when again we could see friends. I went out for brunch with one friend, and then in the evening I went out for dinner with another friend. And you know, in the past, well, previously I've not been able to like do 2 meals out in a day. That would have been, you know, an eating disorder rule saying no, you can't do that. But I did it. It was fine. I really enjoyed it. And actually, you know, you break the eating disorder rules and you realize actually, you know, you can do these things, and actually they are only eating disorder rules. They're not, you know, they're not law, they're not rules of life, they're just rules that your eating disorder have made up, which are a load of rubbish. Another thing that I did, so again in the summer when you could see friends, I went out for dinner and I had a starter and a main course, and I've not ever done that before. I would always just have one course, the main course. I have to say it did make me anxious. I was a bit stressed, but then, you know, I was there, you know, with the starter and then the main, and I thought, you know what, it is so much more important to me that I am here able to do this with a friend and enjoy it than it is to worry about whether I'm having a starter and a main or just a main. And I think, you know, that's kind of the attitude I really try and take with things when I'm finding that my anxiety is high regarding eating disorder things. I try and, you know, say to myself, actually, in the bigger picture, what's more important, the fact that I, you know, don't eat this food, or the fact that I, you know, have things in life that I want, you know, going out with friends, going on holiday. So yeah, that was another win. I also, this is going to sound really silly, but I cleared out my wardrobe during lockdown. And yeah, that seems like you say, what, you cleared out your wardrobe, but for me it's quite a big deal. I don't like change very much. I find it quite difficult, and there's been clothes in my wardrobe that have, you know, been there for years, not worn them, and obviously a lot of those clothes were too small for me. So I did actually do a video on it, so I can put the link in the comments, not in the like description box if you wanted to watch it. But yeah, that was a good thing that I did. So yeah, and also lastly, I think another real big win is that this year I went to, well, I didn't just went to, before COVID I was going to universities, and since COVID I was doing it online, but I was giving talks and lectures to university students, so like medical students, nursing, psychology students, about my story, eating disorders, trying to raise awareness, educate, you know, hopefully help improve services and stuff in the future, because that's something I'm really passionate about. So yeah, I think, and you know, this has really highlighted to me that we can all write off the year and think it was a load of rubbish, but actually when you look at it more deeply, you can find positives. And I'm someone who is naturally very pessimistic. I always see the worst in things. So for me to, you know, actually think of some positives is, you know, if I can do it, hopefully you can do it too. And, you know, it actually does make you feel a bit better, that you think, actually, do you know what? The year wasn't as awful and a write-off as much as we think it was. And even if, you know, I say all that you've done, but if your achievement, the one achievement you can think of, is that you've survived the year, that is a massive achievement. So yeah, hopefully there will be more videos to come for the year ahead. And if you please like it, please hit the like button, subscribe if you would like, and have a look at my other videos. And thank you if you've watched my anorexia recovery story video, athlete to anorexia to athlete. Thank you.